Hey guys, this is DFS Chan. I'm here to talk about today's LEC League of Legends 5-game slate. As you guys know, this is going to be a best of one series for each of these 5 games. Yeah, so let's dive in. As you guys know, for the LCK and LPL, we're on a break because of the Lunar New Year break, but LEC is still going to be going on today and tomorrow. So yeah, that's exciting for those of you who have missed League of Legends DFS. So, but the first matchup is SK Gaming versus Astralis. Let's actually pull up the actual standings, and I'll show you how bad Astralis is so far. All right, LEC, spring season. So here is the standings. As you can see, Astralis is winless. They're 0-7 right now. They have shown some good tendencies here and there with during some games, but at the end of the day, the result is that they're 0-7. And SK Gaming is 1-6, so they're not much better. So these are clearly the bottom 2 teams, in my opinion, that don't want to finish last, basically. So let's see what the odds indicate. Is SK Gaming a favorite? And I can see why, but they're slight favorite. And let's look at the total kills over 25.5. So I'm gonna put 25.5 here. Let's close that. And then I want to see what their stats look like. Obviously, they're both really bad overall, but let's see how they compare to each other's. So SK Gaming actually has a pretty big advantage at jungle. And laning percentage is a very slight advantage to Astralis, just more of a wash there. And then just looking at the stats, like I said, I mean, they're really bad. Both teams are really bad teams, but it looks like Astralis struggles in the mid to late game team fighting aspects of it. So, but yeah, it's more of a toss-up early game too. And then combined kills per minute, 0.73. So yeah, I mean, let's keep that here. I do think SK Gaming should win, but I think it's a toss-up. So I think I might fade from this game. We'll see. I'm just gonna put these here and then kind of compare that against the other matchups today. All right, let's look at the next game of the LEC slate. I can dive into the player matchup for the rest of them, but SK Gaming and Astralis, I mean, both teams are really bad. I can kind of compare the rosters and see who has an advantage in each lane, but I don't think I think that's a pointless exercise for that matchup. I think SK Gaming has a good advantage in the jungling position, so I think SK Gaming has an advantage there. Let's look at this matchup, Rogue versus Excel. Rogue is obviously in the first place. They're 7-0, and then Excel is 3-4. And Excel is the team that just brought on Mickey X last week. To be honest, I said this on the last video, but he didn't really make that much of a difference, and I don't anticipate him to do that even for the rest of the season. I think they're still going to be like a mediocre bottom tier, one of the bottom tier teams, I think. But Rogue has been playing really well, but more than likely they're not going to go undefeated for the entire duration of the spring split. I think there will be a trap game here and there, but in order for a trap game to happen, we'll just need to evaluate what kind of playmakers and what kind of upside and potential that each underdog may have, right? So let's look at Excel stats. First of all, the over under here is 24.5. So it's lower than the first matchup, and then I'll put CKPM metric here once I look at it. CKPM is Excel plays flow. 0.775. Yeah. I want to see how Excel does in their losses, although they have 4 losses. It's pretty 0.5, no, 0.72 compared to 0.67. So they actually play faster in their losses. So I'll bump that up to 5.18. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's actually look at some things here. I want to see the actual roster of Excel and kind of share my personal thoughts as to if they have the upside to upset Rogue today. So like I said, I'm not hugely impressed with Mickey X. He's playing with Patrick in the bottom lane, who's been a decent AD carry. Marcoon. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Marcoon rates as really good. Let me see. I want to see this, how this lines up. Yeah, Excel's not too bad. Then Finn, Nuke Duck. Let me see one thing real quick. This is somebody's Twitter that this guy does a really good job. I don't know if you played like Ultimate Team or any card-based game for a sport, traditional sport, but this is kind of what he does with League of Legends players and kind of compare each player's stats based on their performances in the previous weeks. So as you can see, like after game day 7, which was January 30th, they had 3 rogue players, top laner, mid laner, and the AD carry, and then the support. So that's very surprising actually in the first team. So to be the best out of their roles, and then El Yoya be the best jungler, and then Rang is in the 3rd. Okay, so Rogue's jungler is actually in the 3rd team. Alfari has been playing well, I suppose. Fnatic, Humanoid in the mid lane. Mad Lions, Unforgiven, AD carry. Misfits, who I was big on last week. And then Targamas for the support for G2. G2 again. Broken Blade has been, yeah, I mean, I agree. He's been playing lights out. Misfits, Fitheo. Then Fnatic, Rogue. Yeah, I mean, I see it. I see where stats are going there. So yeah, let me look at some things here. I want to look at the jungle control percentage overall. Let's do what their stats line up as. So Rogues is actually not that great, but Larson has been playing really well, right? Yeah, I think Excel is like a mediocre middle of the pack team. Rogue has the best mid to late game, and Excel does not. Early game, Rogue second best. Excel 4th best. Wow. So I think Excel's not bad at all. And I want to see how each player lines up in the mid lane, because I think Larson actually has been carrying that team quite a bit. So I want to see this. Yeah, Larson's way up here. Yeah, Nuke has been playing well. So I think I can definitely see Excel has a shot today. Upsetting Rogue, but I don't know if I can do it. Just the way though the form that Rogue has been in. So, but I think Excel would be a good. It makes her a good GPP pick. I think Rogue still wins, but let me type in here SK wins. I think Rogue wins. More toss up than odds, than the odd. Excel makes a good GPP, I think. So let's look at Vitality Misfits next game. Vitality is a slight favorite at -190 versus Misfits. So I guess they're finally giving some respect to Misfits. 27.5. Wow. That is very high for Vitality and Misfits. So let's look at combined kills per minute, which is at 0.7980-ish. So let's just, for the sake of easy calculation, 0.80. I want to look at how they fare in their wins, about the same. Oh wow. In their losses, Misfits gives up a lot of deaths. So I can see that. I want to look at Misfits better in jungle, but although team vitality is not bad, 52. That's really good actually. Vitality has a lane advantage. Goal difference, Vitality has a lot more. But mid to late game, better for Misfits. Early game, Vitality, because as you guys know, Vitality is consistent of superstars there that form the super team. So they should dominate the early lane phase, individual skill-wise. Let's look at something real quick. So Vitality is 3-4, Misfits is 4-3. I think it's a toss-up, as the odds indicate. But I want to also see what I saw earlier. Here, actually, Misfits and Vitality. Perks. Theo. Actually, I think Perks hasn't been playing as well as some people may think. Compare them two real quick. I think Matteo had that one really bad game, but overall he's been performing really, really well. If you are stacking Misfits, he's a must. It looks like. Goal difference wise, yeah, I mean, I want to see. I mean, it's very close. I want to see here. Ew. Schlatan, Misfits. Oh, 40. You know, I think I'm a Misfits fan for some reason this year. I really like Misfits. I think I'm gonna go with Misfits. I don't know why, because I think Vitality is just as good, but I think Misfits has a better team comp, like team synergy. Like they play better in the mid to late game. I know they may struggle in the early game, but as long as they don't get blown out up, like don't let the other team snowball like they did that one game, which I think they learned the lesson for. I really like Misfits to win this game. So Misfits upsets Vitality. Obviously, Vitality is a good GPP play. Hold on, at least. Okay, BDS and no BDS versus G2. So let's look at their odds here. Over under is 26.5, so pretty high. And what's the favorite? G2, yeah, as they should be. BDS is one of the bottom tier teams too. So let's look at the metrics. G2 has been on fire lately. So I like their form that they're in right now. BDS has played pretty good games last week, in my opinion, but G2 had better games than BDS. So as you can see, I mean, like G2 does a lot here. So it's at 0.76 is the CKPM. So not as fast as it indicates. Let's see BDS's roster real quick here. I'll scroll over. Adam against Broken Blade has been playing amazing. Syncroft has been playing really well too. And yeah, Yanko's not that great in my opinion. You clear it. It's batting limit. Yeah, I mean, I think BDS has some good players. That's a tough call, I think, at the end. Broken Blade, yeah. I mean, he's been playing really good, so. I think BDS has some good players that can pull off this upset if they play really well early game. Let's look this up. I want to see who they beat. They beat SK Gaming, okay, the bottom tier team, as you guys can see. And Astralis. Oh, okay. Fuck. All right. Yeah, I think this was a low. Yeah, 8-2. This was a high game though. Yeah. Unfortunately, even though it shows that they're on a 2-game winning streak, they beat SK Gaming and Astralis, the bottom two teams. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with G2 wins. But in terms of the kill upside, yeah, I think it's pretty high. I think G2 is definitely playable. DFS. All right, let's look at the last matchup of the LEC. I want to see what the total is. 27.5. Yep. Every time Fanatics game, you know, and Mad Lions. Holy crap. Yeah, that's going to be a shootout. CKPM should be high, although Fnatic hasn't been playing as fast lately. Fnatic, Mad Lions. Okay, it's at 8.79. And this is going to be a really good matchup, but Mad Lions has not been in good form the last week and a half, I think. So Elioya is obviously good, and he always gives Mad Lions a chance to win. I do think it's going to be close, like this one indicates. I think Mad lines up very well against Fnatic's roster. I want to see Humanoid, Elioya. I know a Humanoid for that place for Fnatic. No, that's going to be a revenge game narrative there. Armwood hasn't been playing well, but Unforgiven has been playing really well. So which gives Upset and Hellsing trouble, I think. And Razork has not been playing well. So jungle, 80 carry advantage, but Fnatic mid advantage. Yeah, it's a close matchup. I want to see who they played against each other. Man, who did they lose to? Why are they struggling? Misfits, yeah, Misfits is good. I think Excel is not great. Astralis, they beat all the teams that they should have beat. But they lost against Rogue, Misfits. They lost to SK Gaming. Damn. So volatile, right? G2. Oh yeah, I remember that game. That's gonna be a close one, I think. I want to see Fanatics. They lost the last two games to Rogue and G2. But they were on a 5-game winning streak. BDS, right? Vitality, that's a good win. SK Gaming, nope. Misfits. And they ran against. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a toss-up. I think it's gonna be a toss-up. I'm just going off of the odds. Unfortunately, I think Fnatic should win, but I think Mad makes a very good GPP play. I think Fnatic, the fact that they have a good bottom lane to neutralize Unforgiven's superiority. I think Razork, I think jungling control percentage has not been the biggest key factor in predicting games so far in the new meta. I think Elioya is good, and as long as he doesn't snowball, which I don't think he will against Fnatic, Fnatic's too smart of a team. I think Fnatic will kind of mitigate that early game and then have a better late game. I think Fnatic also has, what's his name? Top. Wonder? It's a Wonder. yeah, Wonder, who will play really well against Armut, who's been struggling for Mad Lions. So yeah, so anyway, so that's all I got for you guys today. I think the first two matchups are projected to be the lowest in kill upside, especially the first one, I think 0.73, just given that it's really low. But these are two bottom tier teams, so we'll see what happens there. And then I think the rest of them are pretty evenly distributed. I think today makes a very good GPP slate. I think there are a lot of good upset picks that you can choose. I think it's in the middle of the weeks that the split that anything really can happen. I think player teams are starting to come into form, starting to develop team chemistry, like such as Misfits. I like Misfits as the upset pick today again. And then I think G2 should definitely win over BDS. And I think that the game is going to be projected to have a lot of kills there too. And when that Mad and Fnatic, and then Rogue should win, but I think XL makes a sneaky good deep Darth throw GPP play too. So anyway, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Enjoy talking with you guys, and yeah, hit me up on Twitter or on Discord. But yeah, good luck everybody, and have a good weekend.